Hello, my name's Cliff, and I'm going to show you guys how to pot some cactus, whether it's cuttings or rooted cactus. This is how I do it in Hawaii with our extreme weather conditions. So a lot of the times it can be sunny, but recently we've had a lot of rain, so that's what I'm potting for, is a heavy rain mix. So it's going to be mostly perlite and lava rock. We're going to have some worm castings in here as well, and we're going to mix it all together. So here we go. So I did wet this mix a little bit before I started so it wouldn't be so dusty, because perlite can be really dusty. You don't want to really breathe that in. So water it before you start mixing it. Alright, so you can see we have our mix nice and mixed up. So the lava rock has a lot of fine particles into it, so that's going to kind of act like a moisture retention, while the bigger rock particles are going to act like permeable rocks that the water can flow through. So here we go. We'll start with, let's see here, our Pilosocereus glossensis. I think that's how you pronounce it. So we're going to take one pot, split it up a little bit up there. We want this guy not buried up too deep in, but enough to stabilize so it doesn't fall over. So I'm thinking that should be good. Fill it up to there. Boom, boom. And then cover it for stability. Gently pack it in around the cactus, and voila, that's it, simple. This is gonna chill out for maybe a day like this, or 2 or 3 before I water it, and that's because you don't want the roots to rot after you transplant your cactus. Give it some time to chill. Here's the next one, another Pilosocereus. And this one's got a nasty tip, but that's all right. So we're gonna stick this in right there. Same thing, cover it up, get some stability. Boom. Easy peasy. 2 down, and then stick the tag inside. Don't forget your tags. All right. Next cactus we got here, I got this one online. This is called the Loxanthocereus sulcifer. I don't even know how to pronounce that well. All right, so we'll go ahead and this one's kind of smaller, so we'll get a smaller pot. Go ahead and fill some in the bottom. Eyeball it to be right there, and we fill it up. Just gonna pack it down just a little bit to hold it in place. And boom, there she goes. That's good. Next, what do we got? So we have a cutting here. So with the cuttings, what we're gonna do, fill up the pot we're gonna take our cutting, we're gonna figure out which way is the top. So seagulls over areolas, and we're gonna go ahead and the seagulls on top, we're gonna paint the bottom with some rooting hormone. Actually, I'm just gonna dump it on there a lot faster. And just kind of give it a nice rub around, get all that hormone everywhere, and then boom, set her down and give it a nice little inch or two for stability, more mix, and kind of lightly press it in with my fingers. Voila, that is now ready to sit in the shade for a bit to grow some roots. That's gonna chill there. All right, what else do we got here? We have got some tiny cactus right here. This is a green dragon I got online. I'm not sure what else to call it besides that. That was description. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in this tiny one because it's got not very many roots. And I'm gonna kind of do it sideways so it kind of has, maybe I'll do it like this because it wants to lean in that direction. I don't want to fight it. And it's kind of flimsy. It's kind of dried out. So boom, right there. I'll leave that there. Next is the black dragon. This one also kind of flimsy, kind of dried out. We'll stick this right here. Put it in the corner of the pot and then let it kind of dangle off the edge. And we'll let these make roots. They have very little roots. All right. Next, we've got No ID gift cactus. I'll start with the tiny one here, put it in this pot, and go ahead and just pot it up just like this. Voila. Easy peasy. Next, we've got some cuttings here. This is Cylindropuntia Fogida variety Memilata. All right, a lot going on there. Oh no, I got stuff into my root powder. Let me get a bigger. Got more pots. Got some square ones right here. Same thing, so we're gonna go ahead, fill up the bottom. This guy's gonna get a little bit of rooting hormone on there. You don't want to breathe that in. And then we'll stick that right in there. Give it something to lean up against on the side of the pot. Watch out for the glochids, they hurt. Ow. And boom. Leave this one here. And let's see, don't forget the tags. Let's see here. Green dragon, black dragon. Got the Scolivia. We've got, what is this? Don't have that one yet. And then variegated Myrtillo cactus is this guy right here. Same thing. It's gonna get a pot. It's gonna get some rooting hormone. Kind of just boom, boom, boom. And lightly place this right on top for it to make roots. Just kind of give it just a little bit more on the sides. All right. Boom. Stick that in there. All right, next we're gonna graft using this as a base, and we're gonna graft this TBMC onto here. So when you're grafting, the first thing you're gonna wanna do, of course, is cut off a little section of the top of the cactus here. This is gonna be where we're gonna put the graft. And cutting. Okay, we're just gonna leave that there to chill. Next, we're gonna cut our TBMC. Slide this off, apply that right there. And now we're gonna have to use some tape and stick it on. Got some tape right here. Gonna go like this. Try and get a nice seal on there. You gotta tape it both ways, maybe even 3 different ways. All right. Do one more going across this way just to be safe. And really apply some pressure with that one. All right, now that we got it down on all sides, it's looking like it's got good contact, and we're gonna leave that for a week to chill, but we're also going to put a little Ziploc bag over it to retain the moisture. Actually, we're just going to use saran wrap. Saran wrap this bad boy. Come on, saran wrap. Come out. Right. This is now saran wrapped for additional moisture to stay in. And that's that. That's how you pot cactus.